welcome to Latricia Creates. I am Latricia. In today's video, we're going to sublimate a frosted glass bottle from Walmart. Let's take a look at the materials we're going to use for this project. We are going to use a frosted glass bottle from Walmart, alcohol to clean the bottle, something to wipe it down with. I'm going to use this coffee filter. We also need heat gloves, heat tape, a heat gun, a shrink wrap sleeve, sublimation printer. I'm going to be using my Epson WF-7610 sublimation paper and sublimation ink. I'm going to be using this sublimation paper. The sublimation ink in my printer is Cosmos ink. I already created my design, so of course you need a design. The design that I created it using some different elements from Creative Fabrica. And I believe that's everything we need. Oh no, the last thing we need is something to heat it up with, or to heat it up in. I saw a gentleman do a video on this, which is where I got the idea from. His YouTube channel is Snazzy Moon Designs. He sublimated his using a tumbler press, and he also used a convection oven. So you might want to check out his video if you have either of those two things. I have a 3D vacuum sublimation heat press that I'm going to use. I've not sublimated any frosted glass in it, so this is going to be a trial and error kind of thing. Hopefully it works well. The design is cut to 9.4 by 7 inches. And I believe that's everything. You ready? Let's make it. First thing we want to do is clean off our glass. So we take the alcohol and clean it off and use the coffee filter. The reason why I use coffee filters is because the coffee filters are lint free. So I know they're not going to put any lint and debris back onto the bottle. Alright, it's good and cleaned off. Now what I want to do is put the design on. So I'm going to grab the design and I'm going to put it on right below this little hump. And when you put your design on, make sure that your design is really, really tight, because you don't want any air to get in there, because that will cause ghosting. And we don't want any ghosting. You want to make sure that the design lines up straight. I think that's good enough. So now it's time to add some heat tape. I'm going to put a piece of heat tape right here on the center, and I'm going to pull it really tight. Put it here in the center and pull it really tight. Okay. Now I'm going to add more tape until it's nice and tight, just the way I want it. Every piece I put on here, I'm going to put it on, and then I'm going to pull it really tight. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap tape around the bottom. Pull it tight. I'm going to put a couple more pieces across the front here. Now I'm going to put tape across the top. And lastly, for good measure, I'm going to put a strip of tape down this front seam. Now what I want to do is add the shrink wrap. I'm going to grab the shrink wrap sleeve, open up the sleeve, and slide the bottle into the sleeve. Oh, you know what? I forgot to take off the top. Don't forget to take off the top. Take off the top. And, oh wow, this little rubber gasket stuck on there. Make sure you take off the top and the little rubber gasket. So, took off the top and the rubber gasket. Now we're ready to shrink wrap it. Let me grab my heat gloves so that I don't burn my hand. Okay, I have my heat gloves. I have my bottle inside the shrink wrap. Now we're going to fire up the heat gun. I don't like shrink wrapping my items too tight because I know the heat from the oven is going to tighten it up more. And if you shrink it too tight at the beginning with the heat gun, when you put it in the oven, sometimes it will get holes in it, and that can affect the sublimation process. So to eliminate that from happening, I just don't shrink wrap mine too tight. So this is as tight as I want mine to be. The next thing I'm going to do is put this in the sublimation heat press. I'm at the heat press getting ready to put the frosted glass bottle inside of the heat press. I'm going to cook it for 6 minutes at 200 degrees, and I'm going to rotate it at 3 minutes. It's ready to come out now. I'm going to let it cool off for a little bit, and then we'll do the big reveal. The bottle is now cooled off and we're ready for the big reveal. Let's see if this actually works. And here's the big reveal. Wow, that came out pretty nice. This is a little paper stuck on there right there, but other than that, it came out very nice. I think it is a go. Here is our final project. It came out really nice. I am really pleased with how it came out. I love the design. It came out just the way I anticipated, where it looks like the turtles are floating in the ocean with this blue background. So I really like it. I'm glad I did it, and I hope you're able to do it as well. Now, I don't know if I was in screenshot when I was trying to show that there was this little gasket. It was sitting on top, and it came off when I was unscrewing the top. So I wanted to make sure to let you know that when you take the top off, to make sure that the gasket is taken off as well. it goes inside of here. So I'm going to put that in there, screw that on there, and here is the final project. It's so cute. The only thing I wish is that I had bought more of these bottles. I did buy 2 of each color that they had available. They didn't have the creamy white looking ones, but they had these light blue, they had an aqua green, they had a pink one, and they had an orange one. So I was able to get all of those, but I can't find them anywhere. So I hope you're able to find them. I bought these last month in May. If you can't find them, I'm sorry. But I hope you got something out of this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. Until next time, keep creating.